Welcome to another edition of the Turnpike Sports Book Report. I'm Doug Weischadle here with Dave Weischadle. We're here to give you a whip-around look at some of the latest news coming out of the sports betting industry. Press releases, info at turnpikesportsradio.com. Please keep those coming in. We love hearing from everybody out in the community. If you're watching us on TV, you can catch the show, Roku, Amazon Fire TV, Apple TV. Catch us on our website, turnpikesports.us. We're right on the homepage every Monday morning. Audio, Samsung Podcast, Amazon Music, and Pandora podcasts as well. This week, in our state and national reports, we're going to be talking some iGaming numbers in November.
Oh, wow, okay.
As well as October numbers from one state in particular, which also allows us to close the book on October of 2023.
Let me guess, Arizona?
You got it.
All right.
And then we've got benchmarks from New Hampshire, Mississippi, Virginia, Nevada, New York, as always. Mm-hmm. Deals. We've got a baseball deal, we've got a hockey deal, and we've got a horse racing deal to talk about.
Okay.
Hitting all different sports this time. Industry updates, bunch of licenses and launches to talk about, and also we'll finish up the segment with a report from the UK regarding the Premier League and gambling sponsorships. And then we'll finish up with our legislative roundup with news out of North Carolina, Maryland, and New Hampshire.
Okay.
We'll start talking our state and national reports right after this.
Interest rates and inflation are out of control. Is your credit card debt also out of control? It's time to resolve your debt and take back control for a lot less than what you owe. If you have $10,000 or more in credit card debt, then you need to call us right now. Debt Fix Pros can significantly reduce the amount you owe, and you could be debt-free faster than you think.
I knew we had to do something. Our debt was growing.
It was getting out of control, and we just didn't know what to do.
We saw an ad for Debt Fix Pros. We called, and they showed us how fast they could get us out of debt.
It really was amazing, and now we're back in control.
Call now, and we'll show you how easy it is to fix your debt. The call and consultation are free. Call Debt Fix Pros right now at 800-479-3522. That's 800-479-3522. 800-479-3522.
Attention. If you owe back taxes to the IRS, watch this urgent message. The IRS is cracking down by hiring 87,000 new agents to garnish your paycheck and put liens on homes and businesses. They can even seize your bank account. The IRS calls it enforced compliance, and now they have the manpower to get you. Penalties and interest on unpaid taxes compound daily. So call One Stop Tax Relief Shop and get the IRS off your back. They're experts in the Fresh Start Initiative, one of the biggest breaks the IRS has ever offered. And no other tax shop gets you more or faster approvals. One Stop Tax Relief has resolved thousands of cases since 2014 and saved clients millions of dollars. Call now for a free consultation. Connect with tax professionals who get the IRS off your back.
Call 800-605-0688. 800-605-0688.
One Stop Tax Relief Shop.
Welcome back to the Turnpike Sports Book Report, state and national reports. We're going to start off with some iGaming numbers from November 2023. Online casino revenue in the country generated just over $557.2 million in revenue for the month of November.
Wow.
That's the fourth time in 2023 an all-time monthly high was reached by the 6 states, and the first time the monthly revenue topped $550 million.
Wow.
It's amazing what 6 states can do with online casinos.
Yeah, no, it's incredible.
November passed the previous high of $542.7 million in September of last year. Michigan and New Jersey each cleared $170 million in monthly operator revenue for the first time, with Michigan hitting $175.3 million as an all-time national monthly high.
All right.
Now we're getting back into the sports betting arena here. We've got numbers coming out of Arizona for the month of October. Arizona.
It's about time to Arizona. Welcome to the party, Arizona.
Well, we've also got some late numbers from Colorado that we're going to get to next week, not in October, but for November.
Okay.
So,
yeah, but this is October.
This is
October
October
for Arizona.
Yes.
So.
October sports betting report. State of Arizona reported its year-to-date handle past $5 billion, $5.166 billion to be sort of exact. DraftKings led in handle, $220 million, and also gross gaming revenue with $22.46 million.
I give Arizona a lot of grief because they're so late in reporting, but it's a great sports betting market.
Yes.
Big numbers coming out of Arizona.
Arizona's all-time gross gaming revenue passed $1 billion. All-time adjusted gaming revenue, they're one of the states that does take out for promotions and deductions. All-time adjusted gaming revenue passed $625 million. Now, also, October was a big month for DraftKings in Arizona. As I said, they led in handle and gross gaming revenue, but it was also the debut month for their retail book at TPC Scottsdale Golf Course.
Oh, okay. Arizona was the month, huh?
Yes.
Okay.
October was the month.
Yeah.
October 21st, they opened the doors to the retail book, recorded $760,000 in handle and $210,000 in revenue. So not a bad haul for
absolutely
10 days.
Great.
October final numbers. We finally get to do this.
Oh, for
Close the
national.
door. For national.
Okay.
Handle of $12.8 billion. Gross gaming revenue $1.19 billion. Adjusted gaming revenue just over $1.05 billion. And taxes $236,583,731 on a national hold of 9.6.
Wow, that's incredible.
That is actually kind of interesting to see that hold creeping up each and every month. And everyone was saying 10% when Tennessee passed their legislation.
that was law. You know, the books in Tennessee had to have a hold of 10%, but that's that's gone now. So
So we're getting closer and closer to a national 10% hold, by the way, so without having legislation to mandate that. New Hampshire reported their November numbers. All-time revenue in the state of New Hampshire passed $200 million. Mississippi, November sports betting report, state of Mississippi reported its first handle of at least $60 million since December of 2022.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
All right.
Nevada also reported their November numbers. Nevada sports betting report, second highest handle of 2023 in November, $921 million. They had January 2023 of $935.8 million in total handle.
Interesting.
Post-PASPA retail handle, top $10 billion in the state. And the 2023 retail handle is just above $2.5 billion.
Okay.
Over in Virginia. Virginia also reported their November numbers. We've got the Commonwealth of Virginia in November recording a record total handle of $638,831,057. Previous high was October 2022, about $571.4 million. So they blew right by that.
Great. It's been incredible, fall for sports betting.
Yes.
It's just the numbers are astronomical. I mean, I have to go look back and stuff like that, but this has to be one of the best falls since 2018.
Yes.
Yeah.
Virginia became the seventh state to post a $6 million monthly handle in November. Also became the ninth state to surpass $13 billion in all-time handle with November's report, $13,093,586,969. Interesting note for Virginia, ESPN Bet was not allowed to deduct its promos and because they were considered still, since it's Penn National, they weren't considered a new book. Under Virginia law, new books have at least 12 months.
So I'm assuming I guess the license was in Penn National's name.
Yep.
Okay.
Penn Entertainment. I should
Penn
say.
Entertainment. So Penn Entertainment.
So basically, Penn Entertainment was there for over 12 months, so no more deductions.
Okay.
Now we're going to finish up with New York. Not much to really talk about in New York, but for the week ending December 24th, state of New York recorded its 16th straight week of at least $400 million in weekly handle, and 16th straight week of at least $20 million in gross gaming revenue for the week. $416 million and change for the handle weekly, and $42.5 million for gross gaming revenue.
No, I got to tell you, New York has been in the news a lot lately, but just because of the New York City casinos that's starting to heat up a lot. So that news report. So these numbers are going to be blown away, because once these New York area casinos are built and have their doors open, I'm sure they're going to have a sports book in them. And can you imagine stuff like that?
Well, these numbers won't change too much because they're the mobile industry numbers.
Yeah, I know, but
the retail reports separately.
I know, but the numbers,
The overall monthly
are just
numbers
going to be
are gonna change, yeah.
incredible, absolutely incredible.
That's it for state and national reports. Let's head on over to some deals. This week's deals segment, we've got BetMGM continuing their partnership with the Cincinnati Reds by announcing the opening of the Nation Kitchen and Bar at the Great American Ballpark. I keep forgetting the name of that ballpark. I don't know why I have a hard time with that ballpark name, but
So it's going to be at the ballpark.
it's in the ballpark.
It's in the
basically.
ballpark.
Yes,
In the ballpark. Because I know they move something. They
were at the banks.
That's a section of Cincinnati,
Right.
the city of Cincinnati. But they were in the ballpark at one time with a sports book.
No,
right?
no, they
Or-
never had it in the ballpark itself.
They had it.
It was called at the banks, which was on the banks of the river. It was in the same district.
It was in the same.
It was like a
district.
block away. or
Okay,
something.
yeah, okay. So they moved it away
Yes.
from the ballpark.
Yeah,
itself.
it's still just steps away from the riverfront, according to the release.
Okay.
It's
But this the Nation Kitchen and Bar that's
it's
actually,
adjacent to the ballpark.
Okay.
It's not a separate entity
Okay.
like
so,
the previous one was.
Okay.
You're going to have 350 square foot video wall, 42 TVs, 3 in-person wagering windows,
Oh, okay.
14 self-service wagering kiosks. I don't know why they keep saying self-service.
Aren't all
Yes,
kiosks
they're
self-service?
yeah. Self-service kiosks and more than 200 seats and an exclusive VIP lounge where they're going to have, it's basically a man cave, own dedicated bar, TV screens, sofas, not tables or chairs,
Okay.
but they're going to put sofas in there. So it's kind of interesting to see the evolution of this relationship because they announced their partnership back on January 1st, 2023, when Ohio launched. And this is a multi-year agreement with the Cincinnati Reds. It's just
January 1st.
January 1st of 2023. What did
I was
say?
like, look.
What did I say?
You said July.
July?
Yeah.
January 1st, 2023. So congratulations for the new Nation Kitchen and Bar BetMGM Sportsbook.
Mm-hmm.
Over in Detroit, Michigan. Actually, I shouldn't say Detroit. I should just say Michigan. Play and Go, which is an online casino game maker, announced a partnership with Pokerstars to develop a game exclusively for the Detroit Red Wings.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah. And it's going to be available just on Pokerstars Michigan. This was released at the end of 2023, December 22nd, 23rd, whenever the actual date was. And again, only available online in the Pokerstars Casino in Michigan.
I love the way that's going with professional sports teams and casino operators and things like that because I just love the casino games that they're creating. Here in New Jersey, the great thing is we have the Eagles games and Jets games. I haven't seen Giant games.
You will see them in some of the other casinos.
We will see.
yeah.
I haven't seen them personally, so I played on the Jets game. I've seen Pittsburgh Steelers games in Pennsylvania. So I love that trend where professional sports teams are getting involved in the gaming and the casino industry and their products. So I love that.
Well, I'm sure more are coming too.
Oh,
I mean,
sure. No, absolutely.
I mean, BetMGM has
My
the
question-
NHL game.
yeah,
now
well,
we
my
have
question-
Pokerstars doing an NHL game.
Well, my question is, will there be collegiate teams getting involved?
Don't
in
start
this?
that one.
Yeah,
Don't
yeah,
start
can
that
I,
one.
Yeah, can I
Talk about opening up a can of worms
you
at the beginning
imagine
of the
that
year.
one? Yeah, let's try that one. But I love the professional teams
Yes.
getting involved in the gaming and the gaming products.
Although I'm still not sold on the NHL Gold Blitz name. Blitz, no, I don't apply Blitz
Yeah.
to hockey, but whatever. Over in horse racing, we have the announcement of the Joint Cooperation Committee.
Okay.
It's a partnership between the British Horse Racing Authority, the Horse Racing Ireland, and also the Japan Racing Association.
Wow. Okay.
The objectives is to increase awareness of each country's industry, Britain, Ireland, and Japan, as well as promoting Japanese horses in all these races.
Okay.
I'm assuming they've had an influx of Japanese horses and jockeys. Otherwise, I don't know why they would be doing such a
I
promotion.
know. I think, hey, whatever helps the horse
Exactly.
racing industry is great. You know,
Yes.
when sports betting started here in New Jersey, that's what the whole thing was about, helping the horse racing industry.
Yes.
I'm not sure how much it is done, or I'm sure it could do better, or, you know, you have to ask, the people who are involved in the horse racing profession, how much sports betting has helped them in each particular state. But hey, I think it's great. Anything that helps out the horse racing industry.
That's it for the deals this week. We'll start talking industry updates right after this.
Every 40 seconds, a kid is reported missing. Find the Children provides educational material that teaches your kids how to recognize and avoid predators. Our recovery programs are very successful in bringing kids back home to their family. You can help protect our kids and bring the missing kids home safe by donating your unwanted car, truck, SUV, or van, running or not. We guarantee you will receive the maximum tax deduction. We provide fast free pickup, usually within 24 hours. Over 2,000 kids are reported missing every day. Call now to donate your vehicle. Donate now to bring these kids home safe.
Call 800-934-2260. 800-934-2260. 800-934-2260.
Welcome back to the Turnpike Sports Book Report. We're going to start off industry updates segment here in Delaware.
Okay.
Without very much fanfare, Rush Street Interactive launched the Bet River Sportsbook in the state of Delaware. Mm-hmm. As everyone recalls, Rush Street Interactive has an exclusive contract with the Delaware Lottery to offer sports betting and iGaming in the state. We've got a 5-year deal with Rush Street Interactive and the lottery. It's renewable for an additional 1-year term, each every 5 years, pending regulatory approvals. This is Rush Street's first year doing this. They just replaced 888 as the state's sole vendor. Still no word on when online poker will be back. They will be having a blackout right now.
Yeah, they're shifting platforms, I guess.
Rush Street made the acquisition of Run It Once Poker, and that platform, even though it's technically launched, it hasn't gone live in any state yet. Sure. Everyone's anticipating Run It Once Poker to launch in all the states of the multi-state compact between West Virginia, Delaware, New Jersey, I think Pennsylvania, or Michigan.
No, Pennsylvania is not
Michigan
part
and Nevada. So. Michigan and Nevada.
Once Pennsylvania becomes a part of it, boy, that's a huge population.
Yes, so. I don't know when they're going to join it though.
Well, we'll see.
Over in North Carolina, we have 7 online sports betting operators applying for interactive sports betting licenses in the state. Each operator is already partnered with a sports franchise or arena or league, what have you. No word on all of them. We know we got 4 deals announced. There's still more to come.
By the way, these deals have to be made, or else what's the law? The operator has to have a deal with a sports organization or a sports venue in order to have market access. So
a fully written and complete agreement.
Well,
yes, it can't be a letter of intent.
Yeah. But we're talking about deals all the time in North Carolina. These deals have to get done.
Yes,
in order for sports betting to occur.
To actually even apply, you have to have the deal done.
Yeah.
We've got 7, like I said: Bet365, BetMGM, DraftKings, Fanatics, FanDuel, Penn Interactive, which is ESPN Bet, and the most surprising one, Underdog Sports Wagering.
Oh, okay.
The Underdog Fantasy folks.
Good for
They
them.
are now getting a sports wager or applied for a sports wagering license in the state of North Carolina.
I see them all the time on their advertisements on television. So
One name
Good for
that's not on that list was Caesars.
Oh,
But
interesting.
Caesars, everyone is anticipating them to apply for a service provider license because Caesars currently operates the sports betting services at the 2 casinos that are run by the Native American tribes.
Okay, good.
So the law under North Carolina allows the tribes to participate in online sports betting.
Great, good.
So we'll see where Caesars falls into place there. And right now we're still looking at a March Madness launch.
Great.
So we'll see exactly what happens there.
Awesome.
Over in Indiana, the Indiana Gaming Commission updated the state's wagering menu and approved Moto America, NBA G League, Champions and First Tier Hockey Leagues,
Okay.
National Rugby League Women's Division,
Okay.
UEFA Women's National League, which is soccer, NCAA Division I Volleyball, and World Highlight.
Ah, highlight. I've never bet on highlight before.
I don't know what
I don't
World
think I've
Highlight
seen a
is.
full match of highlight. I've seen highlights and the opening of Miami Vice, but other than that, I
think everyone has
I have
seen the
never
opening of
watched
Miami Vice
a
for that.
highlight before. I don't.
Well, what's
I
interesting...
need to know the rules. See, that's the one good thing sports betting does. You mentioned a highlight. I'm going to go look up the rules and how to play a highlight and, get more acquainted with highlight, especially if you can bet on it.
What's interesting, it's World Highlight. There's 1 or 2 other leagues out there that are streaming already on some of the sports books, but I don't believe World Highlight is yet.
I don't know.
Over in Vermont, we've got Vermont just joining the sports betting community. Previous to January 1st, the Department of Liquor and Lottery approved all the types of bets that are going to be possible in the state. Nothing out of the ordinary here. They're going to be doing virtual matchups, win, place, and show, that sort of thing. They're going to be doing betting, parlays, over-unders.
Okay.
You name it. Basically, whatever you have in other states, they're going to have. Although they did make this caveat, objectionable and officiating-related bets are prohibited.
I don't even know what that means.
Well,
Did they give an example
the,
at all?
The
or-
objectionable ones, you can't have somebody do something and bet on it.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
And officiating, you can't bet on the refs.
Okay.
Yeah, no one can do
No
that
one
right
does
now, so
that.
I don't
Bets
know
on
why
the
they made
refs.
that
I don't-
caveat there.
So it must mean something else, but
Yeah.
I don't know what it means.
Also, the Department of Liquor and Lottery also approved Vermont's full sports betting catalog. It's not a complete catalog, but they did make the allowance that operators can petition for a new market or a betting type to be added for the state. So we'll see where they go from there now that they're up and running.
I like the way they named their division too, liquor and lottery.
Liquor and lottery.
It's so much better than alcohol and whatever. I don't know. It has a nice ring to it. Liquor and lottery. So it should be on their license plates.
Over in fantasy sports world, we have DraftKings Pick 6 launching in California, West Virginia, Missouri. Over in Nevada, we have the National Thoroughbred League announcing their new offices in Las Vegas, their new headquarters.
Yeah.
National Thoroughbred League launched last year, and what is basically is it's team horse racing.
Which is great. I like that.
And according
I love
to the way they have everything set up, their claim is it simplifies the betting experience for horse racing. Be interesting to see where they take this because it's kind of a different take on horse racing.
I'm very interested to check it out and play it and
Yes.
see stuff like that.
And over in the UK, we have a report from the Culture, Media, and Sport Committee on the Premier League gambling issues that are facing them. They feel that the removal of the gambling sponsors off the jerseys is not enough. The report found that 7% of visible ads came from the jerseys only, just 7% of overall, and that there were 7,000 gambling advertisements seen during the 6 matches in the opening week of the Premier League.
I don't I was watching a couple soccer matches this over the last couple of weeks, and I'm not sure if they were Premier League or whatever and stuff like that, but they were around the in hockey they're called the boards. I would guess they're called boards.
Yeah,
they're
called you can call them dasher
it's
boards.
digital all the way around. It's constant. So,
Yes.
Yeah. So
And Premier League's response was, okay, we'll work on new regulations.
yeah.
We'll finish up now with our legislative roundup. We're going to start up our last segment of the day in North Carolina. We've been talking about North Carolina improving their sports betting catalog and the types of bets. And also, they are going to be setting out the final date for launch. Everyone is anticipating it before March Madness, mainly because the Spectrum Center, which is the home of the NBA's Charlotte Hornets, is one of the 8 venues that's going to be housing the first and second rounds of the NCAA tournament this year.
Let me ask you something. Any chance?
No, Super Bowl's done.
They said that no. Absolutely not.
They need to do 60 days to finalize all the applications and the vetting process. So
I'm trying to figure out. I'm trying to do the math in my head.
December 27th was the date they finalized all the applications. So 60 days from there.
Okay.
That's
so sometime between the Super Bowl and the next couple of weeks is March Madness. Okay.
Over in Maryland, we just talked about DraftKings Pick 6 launching in several states. It had launched in Maryland, but all of a sudden Maryland lottery officials have reversed course and said, no, you can't do that. The Pick 6 is too close to sports betting. Mm-hmm. Also over in Maryland, State Senator Ron Watson released a draft of an online gambling bill that he plans to introduce on January 10th, which is the beginning of the current legislative session. Bill has a $1 million licensing fee.
Wow. Okay.
License term went from 5 to 4. He had a previous bill. It was at 5 years. It's now 4 years, and a 46% tax rate.
Huh. Okay.
Yeah. Up from the previous version's rate of 15%.
Wow.
Yes.
Let me tell you something. If the legislator rejects that, I mean, then there's no hope. I mean, they're getting almost 50%. Yeah, I know, but I mean, if those terms, if they don't like those terms, where do you go from there? I mean, you're almost getting 50% tax rate.
The one thing I learned working in D.C., this is just a starting point.
Oh,
this is negotiating. This is negotiating.
Absolutely.
Last but not least, we have New Hampshire. New Hampshire State Senator Timothy Lang had legislation for online casino gambling last year in 2023. Mm-hmm. It is now all but dead for 2024 already because it didn't have enough votes to carry over into the new legislative session.
Okay.
So his focus is now going to be on advanced deposit wagering. Basically, it's online horse race betting.
Okay.
Right now they have in-person retail horse race betting, but advanced deposit wagering may be something that DraftKings is going to be keeping an eye on.
Well, DK
Horse is not live in New Hampshire yet.
Okay.
So, but they do have that. So it's going to be interesting to see if advanced deposit wagering does happen in the state of New Hampshire. Does DraftKings control that as well, or are they going to allow other operators in for the horse racing?
Well, for sports betting, New Hampshire has online sports betting, and it's only DraftKings, so it makes sense. And DraftKings has DK Horse, so it makes sense DraftKings would be the place in New Hampshire.
Well, you'd have to see what the actual language of that bill is. They do have a bill, SB 432, which is the Advanced Deposit Account Wagering Bill. Mm-hmm. It's only addressing horse racing and betting on horse racing. No word on whether or not it's multiple operators or one operator under that bill.
Okay.
I would assume, depending on what the tax rate is and everything, whether it's... I don't know if New Hampshire can continue with just one operator. You would think they'd try and open up the market a little bit, but we'll see what happens there. That's it for this week's Turnpike Sports Book Report. Press releases, info at turnpikesportsradio.com. Please keep those coming in. If you've been watching on TV, we have a ticker flying by beneath us. Additional news stories are on the ticker. And as always, after this show is released Monday mornings, you will see a full print version of the Turnpike Sports Book Report. These stories, the stories in the ticker, and also additional stories that we didn't have a chance to cover in this half hour will be put on the print version there.
And that'll do it for us this week. We'll see you next time on the Turnpike.